What's up? Welcome to FlyBy, the #2 aviation podcast in Italy, and always watched by Fly for Fun.
Thanks for watching and commenting. Appreciate it.
So I'm Kevin Cortez. I'm out here in Denver. I do social media for AOPA. We got Niki over there in California.
Hi, I'm a content producer.
And Erick back home at HQ in Maryland.
I do social media too. It's fun.
It is fun. What's new so far on the social side? I know you've been going to like Virginia or Pennsylvania, or where is that spot where the tiger is?
Oh, that's in Pennsylvania. That's in Smoketown, Pennsylvania. Sierra
Have I been there?
37. No, you've not been there, I don't think. But if you come in for the air-to-air shoot, you can go there. I'll take you.
What air-to-air shoot?
What? Yeah, so the Tiger is done with paint. It's in interior. Should be 100% wrapped up by the end of March. But we're going to do an air-to-air shoot with the old interior. You know, it kind of leaves foam all over you. We're going to do that probably the second week of March at some point. That's the plan anyway, so we'll see how weather pans out for that.
Dude, I'm stoked. I miss it so much.
Oh, speaking of Tiger.
Oh, we got the socks?
We got socks.
For those people just listening, we have these Tiger socks that we're going to be giving away at Sun and Fun.
Yup. Limited quantities, though, so you got to come find us.
Definitely going to need a spare pair.
Or 5. And we got some Tiger stickers.
Sun and Fun Wednesday through Friday.
Wednesday through Friday?
Yes. Confirmed this morning.
Nice.
Cool.
That'll be cool. No, yeah, so you're going to GA. I guess, no, you're not going to GA. You're just going to be there.
I'm just going to be there, yes.
You could GA in your 182.
But like,
yeah, that'll take a while.
It'll take a bit. And
I have to
leave
work
Monday through. I have to work.
That's what autopilot's for. It's fine.
Yeah. It'll be fun. We got to do a fly out while you're there or something. Does that mean Kayla leaves at on Wednesday?
Probably her last day would be Wednesday, and so she'd be leaving Thursday. But I haven't heard.
Figured out.
Yeah,
Yo.
We should do something. We should go for a flight.
Yeah, we'll
see
be
some
there
interesting
all
stuff.
Hopefully.
And I'll be there the week
Oh, snap.
after, too.
Oh, you will,
Wow.
huh?
Yeah, I'll be hanging with family.
All right. So, do we want to plan taking the 182 on the Tiger?
I don't see why not.
I think that's the move, especially if you want to stay there an extra week.
It just depends. Can we get rid of the 182 for an extra week?
You can ask nicely.
Yeah, right.
Is your first Sun and Fun, Niki?
It is actually, yeah. I'm excited.
That'll
It'll be cool.
What's
yeah.
the demo team this year? Do we know?
Thunderbirds.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
sick. Nice.
Yeah. I've got some other jet demos. I would love to see the F-22 demo team and the F-35 demo team.
I think F-35 skipping. F-18's there, though.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
cool.
The Rhino demo team. Viper demo is also always really cool. And got to show some love for the A-10s. Love those things. Been my
Local
favorite.
boys over there in Maryland.
Yeah.
I can't believe they were actually built in Hagerstown. But anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be a total switch from NorCal weather, Niki. Be prepared to be in a swamp and just sweating constantly. So
I cannot wait for the humidity.
it's the worst. It's like the worst. I mean,
man.
that's why. I mean, I really like dry climates, so this is like worst case scenario for me. As Erick knows, I just complain about it all week.
He can't stop the guy
Like
from
the
whining.
air is wet.
He's like, I can't breathe.
I'm just going to have to suck it up, I guess, because
Yeah.
I'm not
Drowning
used to
while
that at all.
walking.
He's like, I'm
Yeah.
inhaling pneumonia right now.
Yeah, it's just not good.
Yeah, yikes.
But
I'm going
what's
down to Florida next week.
You are? You are? Oh yeah, you're burying the Cub. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
What's
flying
your
back.
fuel stops on the way down?
Let's see. According to ForeFlight, I am stopping at St. Augustine, and then I'm going to stop at, I'm going to all weather and wind permitting, Airport 1 Delta Sierra. It's a grass field that Richard suggested I stop at. Danville, Virginia, and then back home. Should be a nice long couple of days of flying. I just hope I don't run into
What's your
that.
opening? Yeah, dude, that's the problem. That
Thanks.
happened to us on the way back from Sun and Fun last year, and we
Yeah.
had to divert to St. Augustine because there was a straight up thunderstorm line, like at the border of like Florida and I think it's Georgia right there, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Florida
Yeah.
and Georgia, and so
That's
we
the-
just went to St. Augustine.
Do you want to say Florida Georgia line?
The Florida Georgia line?
That makes sense.
Anyway, yeah, Danville, Virginia is going to be my overnight.
Yeah.
SPAD taught me something pretty cool. This is my longest ever flight, my longest solo flight,
Nice.
and my first overnight.
Oh,
And SPAD was like-
congratulations.
yeah, thanks. SPAD was like, look for places that have yellow right near them, because worst case, you have to walk to the hotel. You want to be in walking distance. So
That happened to me in Ohio, in Findlay, Ohio, when I was ferrying the Tiger back from Oshkosh.
oh, that's
Landed in
fun.
Findlay, no Ubers, no lifts. I called a cab service that took like 45 minutes to get to the
Oh,
to the
jeez.
airport, and I was just sitting there, just like, sun's going down in the middle of Ohio. What do I do? And I was waiting for Dave Toulis. Dave Toulis ended up not making it, but it was fun. Hopefully, I get to experience something similar on the way back from Sun and Fun. So the plan, as discussed earlier today, which is exciting, is to take the Tiger out to Colorado at a very minimum, maybe more west, and maybe get some West Coast AOPA employees to fly it.
But I gotta swing by.
401.
Yeah, I gotta see Jason real
Jason
quick.
before we
He's gonna
bounce
check out the
there.
Tiger. Yeah,
Do it before we go to Florida.
heck yeah.
All right, let's go back up. Yeah. But Nikki,
Yes.
So-
I
Upside
miss
down.
California flying.
I'm really
what do
sad
you-
that you're not coming out.
I know. We
Bummed
got to do
out.
it. Like, well, I'm thinking if we do this this fly-in on the West Coast in an undisclosed airport, we can cruise down there afterwards and do some stuff
Okay.
in NorCal. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But what's going on over there?
What's going on over
Super
here
weird.
in California?
Yeah.
I mean,
I just like came close to the mic. Anyway.
it's kind of cold.
Oh,
Is it?
It's actually a little bit cold today. It froze last night, so I've been having to cover up all my plants
It's been like 7 degrees.
to keep them from dying. But it's been pretty decent, and it's nice and sunny during the day. It was really windy when I did my flight review on Monday, and that was a nice challenge because normally I'm flying when it's just really nice because it's nice almost all the time. But it was good practice.
How's the flight reviews are fun?
Yeah. Well, this one was okay. My dad gets to be my CFI for these sometimes, and he was this time. So we spent about an hour on the ground, just going over everything and anything he wanted to ask, and then spent about 1.3 in the air, just doing steep turns, unusual attitudes, hoodwork, stall series.
Love that.
And then we did a low approach to this grass strip. We have a moat and a grass strip little airport near where we are. So they don't let you land there on Mondays. That's when they mow the grass. But I did a low approach there on Monday, and then just did some landings at our airport. And it was really nice to kind of get back up there and just practice everything, because I feel like a lot of that stuff just doesn't get, it doesn't get practiced all that often.
No, even though we tell ourselves to do it more and more often.
yeah, that's for sure.
Have you guys done one of those focus flight reviews that we offer? AOPA
I have
offers?
not.
No, I
did one
haven't.
with Rob Geske, one of our ASI crew guys. It was awesome. It was really cool. And Rob, obviously, is like a crazy good CFI.
Awesome.
But highly suggest that. They're like different topics. And the one I did was unusual attitude and other stuff.
You
Like
do
that.
have
Cool.
a fairly unusual attitude.
I do, dude. But you just flew in that helicopter, the 44. Do you guys
Yeah.
also own that, or is that rented?
No, so a buddy of ours who has a Mitsubishi aircraft, he also owns the R-44. So we just kind of, I think he flew it like 3 times in the last year. So
wow.
we get to rent it pretty much any time. It's always available. So it's better than owning one.
Yeah, that's for
so
sure.
it's cool.
100%.
It was a cool flight. We were shooting a hotel up by Moffett Field. So we had to work in their airspace, and also the San Jose's Class Charlie that's up there, and just, did some low circles around the helicopter, or the hotel. I think we were about 900 feet. And just took a bunch of night shots, which is cool. I haven't gotten to do a night shoot, since, I don't know, 2020. So
Yeah.
early 2020. So this is my first evening shoot in a while. So it was good practice, and I had a good time.
Night
Pictures
shooting.
came out nice too.
Yeah, that's really impressive. I know you showed us a photo.
I'll
a
show you
couple days
today
ago.
again, because we're doing this all over again. So
I don't think people understand how hard it is to shoot at night from a helicopter and not mess up the exposure or any of that. most of the photos come out like, wait, what is that?
Yeah, they're really dark, so you're supposed to like super, super underexpose. At least I do, because if you don't do that, then the brightest part of the photo gets super blown out when you actually edit it. So everything looks really dark in the back of the camera, and you're like, oh no, did I not do this right? Do we have to do it again? But once you get into editing, it's like, oh, look at that.
Brought it out.
But as you and I have discussed, Nikon's so noisy that sometimes night shooting with the Nikon is not my favorite. It's not the best,
the
but
worst.
I make it work.
Yeah, I know. The Sonys are where it's at for night shooting. I haven't tried the Canons, but beyond that, we got to do that when we're out there. That'd be fun. I haven't done some shooting in a while. We got to do something like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if it's in the 182, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, the photo window.
Sorry.
Just one hand. You just shoot like... Yeah, we got the photo window, so you can sit in the back seat and take some pictures out of the photo window.
Yeah, my hand
Is it a bubble window?
No, it's just it's like a little square latch in the back window of the.
Oh, it's like our
182.
182.
And you just kind of flop it open, essentially.
Nice.
Yep, we've got that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, but hopefully I'll be good to go without this thing. Which is we did a shoot we talked about earlier, but we did a video shoot with PIC talking about this because I had no idea what the recovery would be with this. But apparently, thanks to Reg 61.53, I'm good to go as long as my orthopedic surgeon says I can have the range of motion to operate an aircraft or the level of operation, and that I'm cool with that as well. So not cool with it currently, so not flying. But hopefully we'll get there in about 2-3 weeks, maybe more. We'll see. I start PT too, so it should be good to go by Sun and Fun at least. So that'd be sweet.
Well, get well soon. You don't want that arm brace in that humidity. I think that would really drive you crazy.
That'd be disgusting.
Oh, the socks thing was bad enough.
You can go ahead and tell the story. Yeah, I bring extra socks now, like a brand new pack.
Yeah, was it
this.
You forgot to bring them, or you ran out, or what was it?
I brought just enough for the week, but I was shredding through them.
Yeah.
You could just try to
Especially
wash
if it
some
rains.
clothes in your hotel sink and then dry them out in the towel and then hang them.
Or you know what? Or go to the Target across the street.
That also. So
or
when
there's
a
washer dryer at the hotel. You could just do laundry.
When I went to Frederick to visit HQ and meet you guys, the hotel room was awful, and so I went to Target and I bought a fan so that I could sleep at night. And then I left the fan behind, and I don't know what happened to it.
I remember they put you in the basement, right?
No, that was Kayla.
That was Kayla. They put Kayla in
It looked just like that.
Yeah, I stayed at a hotel room once at a fly-in a couple years ago. I'm not going to mention the name of the town, but it was Carbondale, Illinois, and the hotel was one of the worst that I've stayed in.
Womp womp.
Dude,
yeah, the curtains. You may have stayed at a different hotel, but we stayed at one right there in town, and where the air conditioner vents were, there was curtains hanging, and the curtain had a spot, I kid you not, this big of black mold, and the room was damp, and it was awful. I bought a pack of dryer sheets.
That's disgusting.
And 3 spray bottles of Febreze, and I emptied 2 of them in the room and had dryer sheets everywhere just to get the smell out of there.
I would have left immediately. I'd rather sleep anywhere else.
There was nowhere else to go.
Bro, in St. Augustine, when we had to divert on the way back to Maryland from Sun and Fun last time, there's no hotels available, just because I guess it's a popular destination. But we found 2 rooms in this super shady little motel. The water pressure for the shower was dripping, and that sucked. And then the pillows in the bed were squares, and disgusting, tiny little squares. The mattress was hard as hell, and the AC I remember was blowing swamp cooler air. It was just not a good time.
That's nice.
But
I know how much you like humid air, so that was probably really great. But, speaking of hotels,
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to. Speaking of hotels, I went to NGPA.
Oh yeah, was that a good hotel in Palm Springs? Let's just talk about the hotel there.
Well, the hotel was not the one that the event was taking place at because I couldn't get into that one. But the event was held at the Renaissance in Palm Springs, and it was nice. But the event was great. Great organization, NGPA.
Yeah, they're awesome. I still like. I hear so many good things about like all their events. I mean, their party at Osh is pretty sick, but like their actual events,
Yeah.
I need to go to one. I want to go to the one in. I always forget the Northeast one. What's it? Eric.
Provincetown.
Yeah.
Provincetown
There
or
you go.
Providence?
Providence? Is it
Provincetown.
Providence? I don't know. One of those.
We'll put it in the notes.
Yeah.
So they have that event, and then they're
Put it in
also,
the chat.
which we talked about earlier, they're having their Wings Over Iowa, which is their first event, kind of trying to bring aviation into communities that don't often, get the big shows or any kind of fly-in. So, yeah, they're going to be doing their first Wings Over Iowa. You can look it up if you're
Do you know what
interested
airport
in
that's at?
attending. I do.
She just said you can look it up, dude.
I'm not gonna.
I'm kidding.
I can look it up. But yeah, it's going to be really cool. They're having members bring their own GA aircraft to kind of introduce people to aviation.
It's at Cedar Rapids. That'll be cool.
Yeah, it is actually Cedar Rapids. So yes.
Yeah. June
Yeah.
3rd to the 5th. It's not that
So-
far of a flight. It's like a 4-hour GA flight from me.
Oh,
That'd be fun.
well,
That's not
cool.
bad.
Yeah, their event in Palm Springs, big party at the Palm Springs Museum that was sponsored by American Airlines. That was really cool. And American Airlines also hired people at the event, which is awesome. So anybody can come to the NGPA events. You don't have to be, LGBT to come. But they want everybody to be included. And they had every big name airline there, and even smaller airline and other they had
That's
some
awesome.
GAs as
Cool.
well. So really great place to make connections and network. It was really awesome. So I highly recommend NGPA's industry expos, all of their events, top notch.
Yeah, I think those are a pretty missed opportunity, NGPA and NBAA, and like even some of our flyings. That we have like these airlines there and companies that are actively recruiting. Mm-hmm. It's not just their hiring events you should go to; it's all these other association events and flyings and all that.
Absolutely.
But that's coming from me, who doesn't want to go into that side of the industry. But
Same.
but Eric, what were you cutting Nikki off about?
Oh, let me just step all over her. I realized we never hashed out the sock thing. We figured out we were just getting the preliminary details, but this dude was running around Sun and Fun with no socks. You could smell him coming from like 500 feet away.
I knew the story would come up, so I brought the shoe.
He brought the shoe.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Does it still smell like corn chips?
Yeah.
I haven't worn it since.
Look how nasty
Why do you still
it looks.
have that?
Because it's a memento of bringing socks.
You should have it bronzed and make it into a little
It's
statue.
like a statue, yeah.
Dude,
That is nasty.
that just reminded me. I gotta order new air show shoes for the year.
I already did, and I'm really excited about it.
Ooh.
You guys have anything you recommend for wide feet, like a 4E
Allbirds.
foot like mine?
Allbirds.
Yes, actually. I second that.
Yeah, those are good.
Nice.
Anyways, from hotels to shoes to all that. What else has been going on? I totally forgot what we
Well,
were.
we talked about how you didn't get to come out to California, and I told you all about the flight that I had planned for you.
Dude, that
and
was
you were
sick.
sad.
That sounds sad. Let's not talk about that.
Well, it's a fun route, that's all.
That is cool. Do you go over the Apple campus in that route? So,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want to explain the route real quick.
Yeah, so Apple Campus is right there. You can go right over it if you want. I have many a photo. But the route is basically you take off and head kind of westbound, which takes you out towards Apple, requesting the Bay Tour with a Bravo transition. You'll fly past Moffett. You'll end up talking to typically Palo Alto, San Carlos, and then San Francisco Tower, and then flying over the city. Get to see the Golden Gate Bridge, Bay Bridge, and then you can come over and fly along the coast and come back down south, and we would probably land at either Half Moon Bay and get food, or Ella's at Watsonville, which is a really cool airport restaurant that gives discounts if you show your pilot's license. And then back to my airport that has no food or anything fun except for my fly-ins twice a year. Other than that, not a lot going on at Echo 16.
I've flown in
That's the last time I went.
and
That's the
then
Golden
more.
Gate Bridge. Can you guess when I was
See
there?
it. I mean,
I know exactly what date it was.
Oh, what day was it, Kevin?
September 25th.
No. That's June 24th.
It was June
That's a summer
24th.
in San Francisco for sure.
June gloom.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was at Triple Tree in the humidity during that film.
I don't know why you keep getting yourself into these
Living
things.
more.
It was oh dude, this is crazy. That trip was insane. So we went
Tell
to
us
Triple
about it.
Tree for young aviators, and it was me, Dave Toulis, Kurt Sensenbrenner, and Tyler from ASI, and so we took the 182 down. Me and Dave, pretty cruising flight down there, no problem. Get there, I set up a tent. Dave tells me he's not camping, which he failed to mention. And this is a 3-night stay. And he's like, I'm actually going to go to a hotel room. I'm like, sick. Okay. So it's just me there. First night, I'm like, whatever, this is kind of cool. Haven't done this before. Not too bad. Pretty cool. Out of nowhere in the middle of the night, I get woken up by lightning or like thunder. I'm like, oh no. I check the radar. There's like a massive cell coming straight at us. And I'm just like, oh, this is bad. And it starts getting so windy. Like the cell goes like the purple and red part went right over us. So I ended up going and like getting out of the tent. And like it was just like, this tree's gonna fall on me, this tent's gonna blow away. It was crazy. It was terrifying. And so I ended up having to go in the 182, and I just like threw the parking brake on just so if it was like rolling back and forth. It was like pulling on the claw tie down. So I was like, at least the parking brake will stop it from rolling. And the claw tie downs will stop it from lifting. But no, that was kind of wild. And the next morning, like a ton of people got flooded. I wish Kayla was here because she was there too, sleeping peacefully in her trailer. But no, that was wild. And that was my first and last time aviation camping, probably. And it was humid. And it was just, But the event itself was really cool. Triple Tree's awesome, and would go back there again, but with a hotel room.
All right.
Yeah.
I had a friend once he worked for a helicopter company, and they wouldn't pay him enough to stay in a hotel for where he was actually going to work. So he brought a sleeping bag and set up camp under the helicopter at the airport and was like sleeping under it. And then the weather didn't kind of turned, and he ended up just sleeping inside the helicopter for the rest of the evening. So
That sounds
at least we don't have that problem.
No, that would be bad. Yeah, and then when we go to High Sierra, like, you gotta do an RV. You gotta do an RV.
Okay.
I don't know why Paul Harrop, like, always, like, loves tent camping it. Like, we got him to do the RV on the last night because it was gonna be, like, 3 degrees.
Ooh.
And he's like, I think you guys have converted me. I'm like, yeah, of course. It's so warm.
I know.
Outside,
You really
you're just,
enjoy
like,
tent
freezing.
camping until you try trailer camping.
Yeah,
And then
then
you're
it's
like,
over.
oh.
I'm
Also,
never
I think
going
it's just
back.
because we're getting older. I used to really
Yeah.
love tent camping, and now I'm like, my back hurts, and my neck will never be the same after this trip. Not doing it.
And you're just like,
Yeah, my idea of roughing it is a hotel room.
Bring your own pillows.
Yo, I used to
Roughing
do
it.
that. I used to do that. Yeah.
dude, we, so Alicia and I, this is a story coming out in the April issue. We flew out to Firefly for the music festival and GA'd it down there and camped. Originally, like, my friends were like, hey, let's get tents. I'm like, absolutely not. I'm like, we are way too old for that. Let's get an RV and get that. And it was still kind of roughing it in the RV. It was like an 8-person RV, and we had 7 people in there, so it was tight. But it was way better than going in a tent. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
That being
gosh.
said, I'm sure airplane camping is fun, you know,
I haven't done it.
all that. There's Oceano in California has a campsite right next to
It does. I've flown in there. It's a really, really cool airport, just right off the water. And they have
Yeah.
some places that you can camp, and then they have this, I don't know, this little storage unit that has some bikes. They're really rusty, but if you really want to ride a bike into downtown, you can borrow one of the bikes that's there and ride in. You
Nice.
could also just Uber if you wanted to do that. But I landed there once. Stopped to take a bathroom break, and then my airplane wouldn't start, and that was really fun. So we had to go find a stick and something to hit the stick with to kind of just like bop bop on the starter and then guess
Bop, bop.
what? And then
I
it
like
started
that.
right up.
You didn't try to lean on the prop to get it started?
No, not this time.
No.
I only do that for photo ops.
That's how it
as
starts
everything
That-
else.
super
yeah.
easily, I heard, if you just lean on
You
it.
just lean on it.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
just a couple hits to the starter, and it kind of just makes those little, bushings or whatever that's in there kind of
Just
just
go for
unclamp,
it.
and then they worked. And I took off and I flew home.
Oceano's sweet. We gotta go there. That's a good one. How
We have
far
a
is
lot-
it from you?
For me, I think it
Pretty
took
down
me
there.
maybe, yeah, it was like maybe an hour.
Yeah.
So not a bad flight. And you can take the really scenic way and go take the long way, or the short way, which is really not scenic for a good portion, just nothing. And then you get to the, Pismo area and ocean, and then you get into the pretty stuff.
For sure. No, I'm telling you, we don't do, AOPA doesn't do enough flying on the West Coast.
I know.
Get we
out
get
here.
it. We're from there.
Kevin's from
Erick,
California, yeah.
Yeah, Erick,
Yes.
what's the new sweeps plane?
Yeah, tell us all about it.
Oh, I know of two that could be possibilities, two different types, but
Are we allowed to know about it? Oh, tight-lipped on the possibilities.
It's a high wing and a low wing.
Oh, that's helpful.
one of them's a high
That
wing,
narrows it down.
the other's a low wing retractable.
Oh,
But is it the gear that retracts? No, yeah, it is. It is the gear.
no,
I
it's
think
the
it's
wings.
that question that retracts.
Yeah, it is the gear. No, it's gonna be cool. And so one funny thing we've been getting is we've been hammering the hell out of the Tiger, going hey, go to aop.org/sweeps, go win this, go do this, go do this. It's everywhere. And the number one comment we get on just posts or anything with that message is how do I enter?
How do I win?
Can we put the link somewhere?
We put it on everything.
No, that was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Here.
It's like the scholarships. Go to aopa.org/scholarships. Read the FAQs. It tells you how to enter. It tells you all the stipulations and requirements.
they just want to be part of the conversation.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
aopa.org/sweeps.
Sweeps. To
Sweeps.
win.
Everything's there.
To win
It's
the
all
Tiger.
there. Just read a
Win
little bit.
the Tiger.
And there's a bunch of other prizes on top of
99
Wait, what are the
other
what are the
prizes.
Okay, well, what's the next two best ones? I don't need to hear all 99.
Well, if we
Whoa,
would go
I should
to
probably go to
aopa.org/sweeps.
Thank
I
you.
don't
Where can
know.
I find that information?
Did you know time is running out?
It
May
is.
20th.
Is the final day.
Yeah.
To
so
enter
you've got the
at
$5,000 AOPA
AOPA.org/sweeps.
Fly Anywhere card. That's the next one.
Dude, I would
Ooh.
love to win that. That'd be sick.
We call it a card, but honestly, what we end up doing is sending you money to use for flying.
Oh,
And then
sick.
you got the Redbird J, the Bose A20 headset. I have one of those. I had to pay for it out of pocket. I did not win it because I was not eligible.
And
Fourth
it's two of
prize.
those. We're doing two of those.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fourth
sweet.
prize is the Citizen ProMaster Blue Angel Skyhawk AT.
I don't know what that is.
It's a nice watch. I have not the Blue Angel version.
There's three
but
of
I have
those.
it. This one made in Russia.
Wow.
Then there's the Sporty's SP400 handheld Navcom radio, Flight Outfitters
7 of
Bush
those.
pilot jacket.
15 of those.
Flight Outfitter, speaking of
Oh,
which,
there's a lot of good prizes.
I'm taking this with me on the Cub trip to try it out.
Sweet. Are you going to do
Outfitters.
a gear report on that?
Probably.
Yeah, that's the hope anyway. And then
Okay.
there's 30 winners getting the Air Classics flight bag, and 40
30 of
winners
those?
getting the Coast PX20
40
white
of
and
those.
red LED flashlight.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
Well-
want that card, even though I can't win.
So wait, how do you enter again?
AOPA.org/sweeps. Time is
There you
running
go.
out. May 20th.
If you read the
You
rules,
heard 'em,
it tells you how to
people.
enter.
You heard them. Time's
Dude.
running out.
My girlfriend was looking at the Tiger with the new paint. It's not out yet. The photos.
How did she see a picture of that, Kevin?
I mean, I haven't even seen it.
Oh, you want to see it?
And she's like, could I win it if I became a member? I'm like, technically you could, but that would cause quite the controversy.
That would be a little sketch.
Yeah, she really likes it. It's
Oh,
so
wow.
sweet, dude. That plane is perfect. I can't
Do
get
we
over
want-
it. I
That's a
can't wait to
very
get
lucky
better.
winner.
There was. You want to
Yeah,
say that again?
hold on,
Just-
hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me text it to Niki, and I want to get her raw reaction.
Okay.
right
I'm
now.
ready.
Have you even seen it or flown it, or when were you
Me?
here last? No, when you were there, I was in the shop already.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I flew in the 172 with you after I broke
Here's
that
the
headset.
nose. Actually,
clean in
Eric, I
half.
don't have.
I've sent her a
the-
couple.
All right, perfect.
Where did you send it?
Text.
Your phone.
Oh, I found it.
To your text message.
Ooh,
So
oh,
she
that's
hates it.
sick.
Oh, no,
I
she
love
likes
that. It's dope.
It's gonna be
Enter
sweet.
right now.
And the The interior is gonna be, yeah, you can see that. The panel's awesome. Like the Garmin panel is insane. It's perfect.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
And
Here's
then
back.
the interior is gonna be really cool. Like we picked out the stitching for the seats and stuff. That'll be really nice.
I am very into this paint scheme. It's very modern.
Dude, and the plane
I
just
love it.
flies nice. Like
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
yeah.
I got pictures of this 401 in here too.
I can't wait to see who gets to take that bad boy.
I'm excited
home.
about giving away.
Yeah.
This is not our engine.
Oh,
That's
it's
a rat's
the
nest.
401.
Yeah, that's the 401. That's
Oh,
full of-
I saw the video about
Not
that.
our 401. So
this 401.
401 forever.
You saw Rebuild Rescue.
Yeah.
Nikki saw that. Nice.
I have seen it. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen SoCal Flying Monkeys new video?
Oh, that's a good
No.
video
You
too.
should watch it.
You should.
Or, I mean, we're in it, but you should watch it.
SoCal Flying Monkeys.
Yeah.
I'll take note.
There's Jason.
Yeah, the better part of
in 401.
California.
Okay, I don't want to hear
Nikki.
it.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it.
All right.
No, seriously, where are we putting that video out there? SoCal Flying Monkeys video.
Okay, I'm
Where is it?
Just start
following them
cranking
now.
it. Yeah.
We just need to put it out there.
Well, you know what? Well,
Any other fun and interesting
Yeah.
flights that you guys
put
have
some
done
other
lately
stuff.
besides Kevin?
I haven't done anything because my arm. Keep going to Greeley to get pancakes before that, but my arm. I was
Is
gonna
that
go
the
to
one?
Kenyans.
Is that the one you went to where it was closed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or you guys are making the joke. What if it's
Go look at
closed
the
when we get
comments on that
there?
one. That
And
was a
and
great
people were
comment.
like, shouldn't you call ahead of time? Well, it obviously wasn't closed, and they
It
knew
obviously was. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw
mean-
you were having that conversation with. You were talking about friends and flying in Colorado, and
Oh,
I saw that you were
yeah.
talking with Fly with
Bradley
Bradley.
Anderson.
Yeah.
He's got
At Fly
he's
with
got a
Bradley.
CFI here.
Yeah, he did.
So he's like one of the first people I connected when I moved here about aviation. So we've been kind of hanging. And there's like a weird situation here where there's a ton of young pilots, but they're kind of like segregated in like their own flights, clubs, schools, and airports. And like the G8 community here is pretty big, but not really connected. So we're like, we got to change that. So we're planning some weird stuff and inspired by Alicia's whole crew in SoCal, the better part of California. And when you were talking
Debatable.
about with the food truck flying, I was like, dang, if you can do that out there, we can definitely do something eventually
Yeah.
similar to that here. Obviously we'll brand it, Niki's flying. But yeah, so we're gonna do some stuff, especially when we have the sweeps out here. We'll probably do some kind of fly out with some crews, and we're just kind of obviously start small and then get going from there. But trying to get that not just only for Denver, but kind of inspire other communities around the country to like get together and do stuff.
Yeah, that's
Just super
awesome.
base level. Also, congrats Bradley for CFI.
Congratulations.
It's good stuff.
That is, and I can't imagine teaching people, but that's me.
You bore them to sleep.
Yeah. Yep. Dude. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys on the next one.
I
Unless
guess
you guys have
so.
anything else to say.
No, I'm just
I got
trying to
nothing.
bring up flying topics,
Yeah. Shout out to all of our followers who watch
Comment.
and listen to every episode and leave us comments.
And comment.
We
Yeah,
read them all,
we
I
do.
think. Do we?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. I mean, this is our
the-
4th episode, so cut us a little slack.
We're
Fair
still
enough.
we're still getting into the swing of things, you know?
Yeah. Give us some
Yeah.
constructive criticism rather than, you guys suck. That'd be useful.
This is my first one, so be gentle.
It is. So, really criticize her. All right, gang.
You're terrible.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys. See you.
Bye.
Bye.